Time now for everybody's favorite guessing game, What's My Line? Brought to you by New Stopette, America's leading spray deodorant. Now with its anti-immunity factor. Poof! There goes perspiration. Now let's all play What's My Line?
My colleagues over here on the panel have blindfolds for this every Sunday night, and they've got blindfolds on, and they're all in place and ready, panel?
How's it?
Yes, sir.
Good, then will you come in, Mr. Challenger, and sign in, please? Panel, as you know, in the case of our mystery challenger, we get right down to the general questioning, and let's begin the general questioning with Dorothy Kilgallen.
Are you in show business?
Yes, I am.
Are you a performer?
What?
Are you a performer rather than someone behind the scenes?
Yes, I'm a performer.
Are you an actor?
Mm-hmm.
Do you do something in addition to acting?
What is your particular reference there, Miss Dorothy?
Miss Kilgallen, I'll have to ask you to repeat the question.
Is that a point of order?
Looks like it, Dorothy.
Do you do anything besides just plain little old acting? Such as singing, dancing, acrobatic tricks, or...
Yes.
Have you ever been in motion pictures?
I beg your pardon?
Have you ever been in motion pictures?
One.
Have you ever been on the stage?
The vaudeville stage.
What was that?
The vaudeville stage.
Vaudeville stage. But you have said yes to the fact that you're an actor. Where would you do your acting, if not
He also sings in the bathtub.
I know there's something I'm missing here, but...
You sure are, but you'll have to ask so we can answer yes or no if you want to find out where he does his acting.
Well, he said he's acted on the vaudeville stage.
Yes.
Then is it true that you have never been on what we call the legitimate stage in New York?
That's correct.
That's true. And one picture.
Such a career,
Somebody getting started.
Have you been in radio?
Yes.
Have you performed as an actor on radio?
Yep.
In dramatic programs? Would you be described as a leading man? Did I get an answer to that?
Sometimes.
Oh. Do you work with anyone else usually?
Yes.
Is that person in the nature of a partner?
I would say that to the degree that there is a very clear relationship as between our guest and the other person, they might be described loosely as partners.
Well, I'm glad it's a clear relationship because I'm a little muddy. Is this person, by any chance, not a real person?
He's real.
That's one down a night to go, Mr. Allen.
What was his answer, precisely, John?
That the partner, he whom we describe or she whom we describe as partner, is real.
Did he say he's real?
That's what it sounded like to me.
Just want to, find out the easy way if it was a he. Do you do comedy?
Yes.
Good for you. That's very fine.
Why don't we do some together here? would it be safe to describe your program, this radio program to which we're referring for the moment, as a comedy program?
You,
Repeat the question, please.
if you don't mind.
Could we have that read back, please? I say, would it be safe to describe this radio show that you have done as a comedy program?
At present, I'm not doing a radio program.
Well, that wasn't quite the question I asked. When you were doing it, how are you? Was it a comedy program?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dear. Are you now on television? I don't mean right now. I mean, besides right now, do you have a television program?
Yes?
Let's see. Comedy television program. My partner, does it come from California?
No.
2 down and 8 to go, Miss Francis.
Do you work with a very important comedian?
Yes?
Are you on regularly?
Mm-hmm.
Like every week?
Yes?
Is this show that you're on once a week as opposed to 5 times a week or so forth?
Yes?
Is the man that you are with a very famous comedian apart from yourself?
Yes?
You don't sound anything like him. Could it be Arnold Stang?
3 down and 7 to go, Mr. Silk.
Now, I'm going to take another stab, if I may. Is the very famous man you work with, has he recently been hors de combat because of an accident that he suffered while he was doing a television show? Mm-hmm. Do you appear in, were you the star of his program one night while he was away?
Well, yes.
I think you're that New Rochelle kid, Al Carney.
Al Carney.
Point of order.
Art Carney.
Feature of our program, the appearance of our mystery celebrity, for which my colleagues on the panel are all blindfolded. Blindfolds in place, panel?
Yes, sir.
Good. Will you come in, mystery challenger, and sign in, please? All right, panel, as you're aware, in the case of our mystery challenger, we go to a different form of questioning. You ask one question at a time, in turn, moving clockwise, and we'll begin it all with Martin Gable.
Are you in the world of entertainment?
Yes?
Miss
I know
Collins?
who it is already.
Are you in motion pictures?
No.
1 down and 9 to go, Mr. Cerf.
Are you in the field of television?
Yes?
Miss Kilgallen?
Have you also worked prominently in the theater? I didn't hear anything. Have we had an answer, John?
No.
2 down and 8 to go, Mr. Gable.
What was that?
No. The question now is, are you prominently associated with the Broadway theater? And the answer is no. Mr. Gable.
Were you on television this evening, earlier this evening?
No.
3 down and 7 to go, Miss Collins.
Are you in nightclubs at all?
No.
4 down and 6
What?
to go, Miss... No. 4 down to go, Mr. Cerf.
Have you got a regular television show?
Yes.
You know, now, I think here, with your permission, regularity, particularly... regularity, particularly in this year of special programming, we take to mean a regular series of programs, but not necessarily an every week appearance, all right?
You mean this is a special program, John?
No, I'm just giving you a term of reference, Bennett. You asked, regularly, and I just wanted to explain what we meant. Miss Kilgallen.
Have you ever been honored by the Poor Richard Club in Philadelphia?
No.
$5 and 5 to go, Mr. Gable.
Has your wife ever appeared with you?
No.
$6 down and 4 to go, Miss Collins.
Are you from America?
Yes.
Mr. Sir.
You're getting a lot of laughs for something we can't see. Are you considered, would you be listed as a stellar comedian?
Stella?
Stellar.
I think we would say yes to that, and very quickly, Bennett. Miss Kilgallen.
But only in television, as far as we've been able to determine. Is
Well,
that
now,
correct,
here
John?
to be fair, when you asked the question about Broadway, you used prominently as a qualifier, and on the basis of that, we had to give you a negative answer.
Oh, I see. Well, maybe I'll get another negative answer. Have you appeared more than once on the Broadway stage? Or
No.
the London stage, or any
No.
stage?
No.
Yes.
Oh, yes? What was it? On any stage you changed it?
More than once on any stage.
Yes.
Yes, well, we'll give you a yes to that. Mr. Gable.
But your principal prominence has been in television?
Yes.
Do you also sing?
Badly.
Mrs. Phil?
Have you ever done an imitation of the fellow you're sitting right next to at this moment? Art Carney, eh?
Yeah.
Art Carney's right.
You know, some years ago, I don't know, it was 5 or 6 ago, Bennett, I think it was you that guessed me. Only you made a mistake. You said I was from New Rochelle, and I'm from Mount Vernon.
Same thing.
But it's Westchester County.
But you just did John the other night, didn't you?
Oh,
That's right.
this,
That's right.
I had to work last Friday night, unhappily, and I missed it, but if you need any barometer of the affection and respect for you in the general public, you should have been with me Saturday. Everywhere I went on Saturday, they said, did you see what Art Carney did with you on last night? And they just thought it was great. You know, it was hilarious. They took all of us off. It was a wonderful, wonderful show. Wonderful
Well,
show.
it was enjoyable doing it, and
Do it.
Oh, yeah,
Can
do
you
it.
do the
Do
thing
it.
where, I understand
Do
you did the
John Davis.
second locution thing and
Oh, no. Oh, you mean, I was going to say, you mean, you?
yeah.
Yeah.
I have a little laryngitis, but when Dorothy asked me about Broadway, Broadway conjures also a conglomeration of structures offering entertainments of various varieties in the more popular forms of artistic endeavor. Therefore, I believe the fairest and most correct answer to you would be...
Let me tell you, but actually, this is an old friend of mine, Art Carney, and this wonderful talent he has, he was putting to use, when I first knew him, we used to do a program called Report to the Nation, which was like the March of Time. And this was our stock company. He would do Churchill, Tojo, Goebbels, Hitler, you name it, my Lord Baldwin of Bewdley, and the next minute he would be doing a Chinese, and then it would be a Burmese. He could imitate more voices and make it so lifelike that it's fantastic, and of course he's also, at the same time, he's come and embarrass you. Sit around and be embarrassed. At the same time, he's a great artist. You know of his skill in comedy with Jackie Gleason. But he did one of the most sensitive programs that television saw last year, happily recently repeated, and that's Art Carney's Peter and the Wolf. It was a joy to watch, a great moment for television.
Thank you, Jim.
And I'm proud of you. And I'm proud to know you. You're a mother, big good boy. Take care.
I'd like to say that Art has a wonderful agent, too, Bill McCaffrey.
Art has a wonderful agent, too, Bill McCaffrey. 'Tis agreed. 'Tis agreed. And we'll be back after this word from our sponsor.
What's My Line? Brought to you by Westinghouse. You can be sure if it's Westinghouse. And now let's all play What's My Line? And now, live from New York, let's...
And now our second mystery challenger for the night, once the blindfolds are all in place. Panel,
Back
blindfolds up and around, please. All squared away? Steve, all set? Fine. Will our second mystery challenger enter and sign in, please? All right. Once again, panel, we go to the other form of questioning. One question at a time, in turn, moving clockwise, and we'll begin with Bennett Cerf.
Well, earlier this evening on this network, on the Ed Sullivan Show, Miss Debbie Reynolds and Mr. Kirk Douglas, the husband of the lovely lady next to me, were stars. And just to be sure you're not playing any tricks on us, are you either of those people?
I'm not either one of those people.
All right, that's a no. 9 to go, Miss Francis.
Are you, however, a motion picture performer?
I beg your pardon?
What?
Am I a motion picture performer?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Mr. Allen?
Are you a man?
Sometimes.
Mrs. Douglas?
Was it a yes?
That's a yes.
Oh, yeah.
You bet it is.
Are you better known for your work in movies than in the theater?
Am I right?
Are you better known for your work in the movies than in the theater?
I'm not better known for my work in the movies or the theater.
That's 2 down and 8 to go. Mr. Cerf.
Well, if you're not better known for the work in the movies or the theater, might you be best known for television?
I have worked mostly in television. Sometimes I make kitty records and animal imitations and things.
What was that, John? I didn't hear what
Sometimes I make kitty records and do animal impersonations.
I do impersonations. I do Marlon Perkins and people like that.
Miss Francis?
I just want him to keep on talking. I still don't know what any of the answers are. Not in theater, not in pictures.
No, we haven't said that. No, the issue was whether you're better known for your work in the movies than in the theater, and that we left pretty much in limbo, and then the issue of television came up, and it was generally agreed that this was an area in which perhaps the reputation was first largely made.
However, you are a comedian, aren't you?
Sometimes. But sometimes I can make people cry. That's my family. They have to live with me.
So there you are. You can make of that what you will. Steve, you're next.
Who's a comedian? The little voice you're doing gives me some kind of a clue, although I may be way off. Do some of your monologues involve a child's philosophy, how children look at schooling, that sort of thing?
How they look at schooling and things like that.
No.
That's a no.
No.
That's 3,007 to go, Mrs. Douglas.
Do you also perform in nightclubs? Not anymore. They're all smoky and people drinking and...
Mr. Sir.
I think something's beginning to penetrate.
That's your Vicks Vapor Rub.
Yeah. Have you been, besides television work, have you been on the New York stage within the past 2 years?
Yes, I have.
Miss Francis?
It's not Alan King.
No, it's not Alan King. That's 5 down and 5 to go, Mr. Allen.
We have no trouble saying who it's not. That's easy. It's not Juan Perón. It's not Fowler. Oh, dear. Do you sing?
I'm asked. You want to hear Tippy Tippy Tin or one of those new...
Would you like to have our guest sing Tippy Tippy Tin? Would it help you at all? I don't think we ought to have Tippy Tippy Tin right now.
That means he's no kid.
Let me say that, so that you're not misled, we're not in any way suggesting that our challenger has as his first and greatest talent singing. Mrs. Douglas.
Are you on a regular series on television? Not at the present time.
That's 6 down and 4 to go.
When you were on a regular series, was it co-starring with Mr. Jackie Gleason?
Oh, dear, white guy.
Art Carney.
Have a blast of this?
You sure can have a blast of that. It's, we don't guarantee any results, but there you are.
It's like oil of wintergreen.
That's it. We have a big new joke in town. I don't know whether... Well, actually, Art, I shouldn't tell you what a big new joke is. But anyway, the papers this week are making a big deal about the Hudson cocktail. That's what that is, a Hudson cocktail. They turned some of the Hudson River water into our water system because things have been a little sticky around here of late.
I can tell.
Wonder which side of the Hudson they took that out of. Man, it's a joy to see you here.
Thank you, John.
But an even greater joy for all of you, because I know you all know it. I guess everybody in the theater knows it from the reception you got. Art is going to come back with Jackie Gleason in a regular series from the next season.
Sorry?
Audrey going to be with him?
We start in August.
Start in August. Audrey's going to be there, too?
Yeah.
Oh,
You can do a special first, aren't you? Oh, 1 hour show with them? Isn't there
Well,
a special?
I'm doing a show with Sammy Davis Jr. the middle of April. I'm doing a special, The World of Mike Nichols. I'm doing some summer stock, and I'm doing some Kitty records.
The thing I remember Art for, you realize how long ago this is? This is, what, 40...
Report to the Nation?
45, 46, and before the war, when we were doing it, Report to the Nation. And Art was absolutely remarkable because we used to recreate the events of the past few weeks. And in 1/2 hour, this, of course, was in radio, in the good old radio days, he would do Winston Churchill, Franklin Roosevelt, Everett Dirksen,
James Polk.
McKinley. But he's absolutely wonderful. He's the greatest Churchill I've ever heard.
Do it for us again, Art.
Right. We're running overtime.
I don't think the greatest Churchill. I think you do.
Roosevelt's
Do President Roosevelt.
All right. This won't take long. He's holding up his hand. My friends, many years ago, we were floundering in an effort to keep our heads above water. Today, we are still floundering. But at least we have learned how to breathe underwater.
Well, panel, I think we're all to be congratulated tonight. You were good, and so is everybody, and we'll all be back after this word. Mrs. Douglas, thank you for being here, and good trip for you and Kirk on your Middle European run, and I'm sure we'll have a lot more friends because you've been over there. Steve, good to see you again. Good night, Arlene Francis.
Thank you. Good night, John. Good night. My love to Jane.
Yes, and my love to Marty. And my love to Kirk, and everybody's love to everybody. Good night.
Good night, and good night, Bennett.
Nice to have you both. Good night, John. Get some more sleep tonight.
There's one thing I've discovered. If I do, he's more bearable. Thanks for being with us, ladies and gentlemen, on What's My Line?
What's My Line is a CBS television network production in association with Mark Goodson and Bill Conley. This is Johnny Olson speaking.